Hey, welcome to Let's Unpack That After Dark. We missed a week, but we back. We ready to have this conversation and unpack every and anything. So first up, let my co-host introduce themselves.
What's going on, y'all? It's me, your favorite Taurus reader, Tamika.
So I meet the God Gemini season approaching is popping.
Here we go with the Gemini stuff.
Season's coming up first. Stop rushing it. You mad?
Yeah, stop rushing it. Take your time. Take your time. So today we are going to talk about cheating, right? How is it defined? How do you define it?
Go ahead, King. You go first.
Cheating is doing anything with the opposite sex or same sex that you can't do in front of me. Whether it's a conversation, whether it's a kiss on the cheek, whatever you can't do with a person in my presence, that you do it then behind my back is cheating.
Give us an example.
If you're having an inappropriate conversation with a man that you shouldn't be having, that you wouldn't want to have if I'm present, you're cheating. If you are emotionally attached to a man, but in front of me, you try to hide it and you sit there and don't say nothing, you're cheating. Anything you do that you can't do in front of me with full disclosure, you are cheating. I know you're going to disagree because you think cheating is the old school finger through the circle, but no, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. People don't like that explanation of it because there's so many things they do behind people's back. And the reason why it's cheating is because it leads to physical contact. So once you engage in those kind of activities where you're being sneaky and doing things that you know your man or woman wouldn't be comfortable with, you're on your road to going to jail in the state of New York.
It's not live on Instagram, Mika. Um, you hear me, Mika?
I hear you now.
It's not live on Instagram. Mine.
It's not. Hold on. Let me see.
So
Here we go.
I think that everyone has a different definition of what cheating is, right? I think that sometimes people have conversation and it's perceived to be cheating, right? There's a perception of if I have a male friend and we have conversation or we converse on a regular, and that means that I'm cheating or I have the potential to cheat.
What are you talking about? If you talking about how good you look in a thong baking suit, you cheating. If you talking about how to bake cookies, then you good.
Hold on. Let me see.
Not how good. Why would I have a comment? I mean,
Exactly. Why we have a conversation about thong bathing suits and stuff? That's my point exactly. Great for co-signing exactly what I'm saying. So if you having conversations that would be inappropriate if I was in your presence, you're cheating. Now, if you're talking about how your day was, what you can do to get your master's, you can get a promotion, how you can start a business, that's perfectly fine. You can talk about that in front of me. Anytime you're being sneaky and doing something that you know will make me uncomfortable, you're cheating. And the reason why you're cheating is because it's making me uncomfortable, regardless of what it is. I don't care if it's a full body hug and you wouldn't do that when he's there, you're cheating.
So what if, right? I don't give the full body hugs in front of you because you always take everything so. Even if I was to go like this to somebody, why you touching them? Why you touching them? It could be that type of thing too.
Then that's the person you don't need to be with if you're comfortable giving out full body hugs. Like you're Spanish. I'm not gonna say Mexican, but you're Spanish. Spanish women love to kiss on the cheek. They can't be with every man because some men don't want to see their woman kissing people on the cheek. And it's totally understandable. Now, I have Spanish friends, Hispanic friends that are married. They kiss me on the cheek every time I see them, in front of their husband or not in front of their husband or their boyfriend or their spouse. So if you're with somebody where you can't be who you are, don't be with them. But you need to find somebody that's comfortable how you conduct yourself in front of them and behind their back. If you feel like you got to be a different person behind their back, then that relationship is flawed, in my opinion. In my opinion, because you should be able to be the sexy, vivacious, touchy-feely, hug everybody person. You just got to find the right man that's secure enough to deal with that. Or if you're a man, the right woman.
So I do agree with when you say, if whatever you can't do in front of me, I will consider it cheating, especially if it's coming to have like if you're having conversations And when I say conversations, I mean intimate conversations where y'all mentally y'all attracting each other. Y'all mentally having these conversations and being into each other. Oh, I like this, I want to do this, I like this, stuff like that. It's cheating. Even if y'all haven't even touched each other. But if y'all talking about it, I consider that cheating.
The only way I don't consider that cheating, so if me and you together, and me and you have these conversations, right? And you was like, I was just talking to my husband or my boyfriend, and I do like this, and you prefacing it with that, then that's fine if you having that with a male friend. But when you're having discussions outside of our relationship about things that how you feel, like for a man emotionally, when we lose you, we're crushed. The physical is gonna hurt too, but we know that the physical is attached to the emotional. So 9 times out of 10, because somebody's gonna say not all of them, but 51% or more of the time when a female leaves and goes out and cheats, yes, there's a physical component, but emotionally she's detached herself from whoever she's with. That's what crushes us because we know. It's different from men.
So I know we believe, especially as spiritual people, we believe in astral projecting. We believe in mental telepathy, where, again, I considered, even if it's not physical, but if we're thinking about it, if I've spoken to you and we're like telepathically doing stuff like that, that's cheating.
So you had sex with your crush in your dreams? I'm lost.
That's possible too. We call those astro nuts.
Yeah, cyber sex. That's crazy.
No, cyber's through technology, honey.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, astronauts. Pause. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's better.
So what I'm hearing you say is that if a female or a male engage in conversation with the person of the opposite sex, if that's your preference, or same sex, if that's your preference, and they have conversations about their relationship dynamic or what's going on in their relationship or how they feeling, that's cheating.
No, I don't consider that cheating. I just feel as venting. I
Mhm.
wouldn't consider that cheating. I would consider you just that's your friend and you going through something. And if it's a male, you're probably trying to get a male's perspective out of it and vice versa. So those conversations I don't consider cheating. The conversations I consider cheating is, yo, I'm tired of my nigga and I just want a new one. And I think it's you. I'm going through all of this stuff with my man and he's not doing this right. So I think you're the one that could probably give it to me better. That's different.
Yeah, but can we agree that just having conversations about the person that you're with someone of the opposite sex can ultimately lead to those type of conversations and statements?
I think it can lead to it. I think it could lead to it. Like if I'm venting to Shah, like Shamik, I'm going through a lot. My husband is this, my husband is that, and I'm venting, and then he comes with the, well, I could take care of you better. Then that's leading to the cheating. And if I go with it, it's leading to the cheating. Those conversations can lead to it. I do agree.
And I think this too. This is something else, and I'm glad you brought that up. This is something else I've always felt. If a man hits on you, let's say I'm with either one of y'all, and y'all are my wife, girlfriend, whatever, and a man hits on you the first time, I'm cool with that. He should. He should want what I want. If he hits on the second time, you shut it down. After the third time, he should never have contact with you. And people got to stop leaving people around in their lives.
We get into 3?
I was gonna say 2, but I thought people would say I'm crazy. But you got to check somebody and set boundaries immediately from the door, whether you're male or female. Because if you don't and they do it again, that's something that's a persistent thing, and you have to be able to shut them down. And they should never. If I had a girlfriend and she had a friend and she's like, for the last 6 months, this dude keeps harassing me. He's DMing me. He's calling me. The first thing I'm going to say is, why does he still have access to you after 6 months?
Okay.
That's my immediate response. And I'm going to off top feel some kind of way. So you've been cheating for 6 months because you have a man that's physically or mentally attracted to you or even spiritually. And you kept him around for 6 months to harass you. And now that you can't take anymore, you're coming to me, but he still has access to you. He still has your number. He's not blocked. He's on your Instagram. He's on your Facebook. You've been cheating for 6 months.
That's not cheating.
It is.
So okay.
I know in order for you cheating, you have to be having sex face to face. This is my definition.
No, that's not what I was going to say. What I'm saying is that you're saying that, if, once, one time, two times, three times, right? And I feel like there's certain situations that me personally, I would never put myself in, right? I feel like there's certain things that shouldn't take place, certain boundaries, especially when it comes to like being in uncomfortable situations, right? A lot of times people put themselves in uncomfortable situations to allow something to happen. Not that it will happen, right? But just allowing certain things to even wander or think. I'll give you an example. I have a lot of friends that are married, right? And I've known them since high school, right? But I don't have conversations with their husband. Conversation be like, hey, how you doing? And that's it. I won't be in the same room. And we've been friends since high school, 14 years old, right? And they've been with their husbands for that time, length of time. But I just never felt that it was appropriate. And this is just me. I don't think that a woman, if your preference is woman, man, should be okay with having lengthy conversations with your friend's man or going to your friend's house when she's not there and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that there would be something that happened. I just feel like there's certain things, in my opinion, that just shouldn't happen. That's it. I have a friend who was like, "Oh, my husband's there. Go away from me." Nah, I'm not going to have to wait for you. And it had nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not going to put myself in any type of situation to have any question mark or any thought. I don't engage in lengthy conversations. I don't none of that, because that's your husband. That's your man. And hey, what's up? How you doing? We might have a conversation about the Mets or the Knicks or whatever, and all of us together. But I just always felt like there's boundaries and certain things you just don't cross, right? We all have best friends, right? And we all have had situations where you want to check your best friend's man. Yo, that conversation is still short. You understand what I'm saying? My friend, her husband was planning her a surprise dinner. He had my phone number. He hit me up on Facebook, right? And that whole conversation thread for her for surprise birthday for me to travel was strictly Facebook. I never even no phone numbers or nothing. Here you go. I'll be there. Thank you. But again, that's me. Not everybody thinks like that. And I think some people can misconstrue it as it being insecure or feeling insecure. It had not, to me, it had nothing to do with that. I just feel like there should be boundaries in all situations. And I wouldn't put myself in a situation. Now, as far as cheating, I don't think that, I think that there are certain levels to cheating, right? I think that when you have conversations with an opposite sex, sometimes, okay, I'll give you an example. We all do this together. We on this platform. We have different platforms. Each and every one of us have a different platform of what we do, right? Podcast, reading, spiritually reading.
I'm gonna hold it.
And everything, right? And these things that we do and allows us to have ongoing conversation with people of the opposite sex all the time, right? Right? And sometimes, you get a joke here and there and it's whatever, but is that cheating? It's not cheating. I don't think it's cheating. I think cheating is intimacy, sex to me, right?
But here's the thing that you said though.
Let me land. Right? I think that sometimes we don't live in a realistic era sometimes, right? You're a human being. We're human, right? And human beings are attracted to other human beings. People are just attracted to other human beings, whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're married or not, right? A lot of times, people will be in a relationship for years, right? And sometimes you're in a relationship for years and you feel like you're losing yourself and you're losing your mojo. You don't feel yourself. You don't feel good about yourself. And somebody will say, hey, you're beautiful, right? And in that moment, you might be like, well, I haven't gotten that attention at home in a while. And it might be something that's going on, right? So you might engage in a conversation for a minute with no intentions of even dealing with a person, right? Do you say that that's cheating?
I think accepting a compliment is not cheating.
Exactly. And what you also said too about like being on the internet and stuff, like that's accessible to your mate. That's not behind his back. But accepting a compliment and feeling good about yourself by a stranger is fine. But 6 months on the phone and a dude is complimenting you talking about your physique, like how you look and all that stuff, that's cheating.
Yeah, what's up with you in this 6 months thing? You got a real thing for 6 months. You've been
I
saying
just
6 months.
I just use that as a random barometer. What I'm saying is, if you let certain things persist, they lead to things. People don't cheat on a wing unless something traumatic happens or they've always wanted to.
If I'm
Usually,
walking
there's a
down the block,
progression.
if I'm walking down the block and some guy comes up to me and says, "Yo, you are very beautiful. I think you are very attractive. I like your dreads. You walk nice. You smell good." Da da da. I'm gonna say thank you very much and go about my business. It will be considered cheating if I say thank you very much. Here's my number. Give me a call later.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
that's 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 when it will be considered cheating. But like I said, accepting compliments. I'm gonna walk down the block all the time. I'm even gonna walk down the block with my man, and it's still gonna happen. I'm accepting the compliment. And I'm saying thank you because that's what God teaches us to do, to say thank you when we get a compliment. But I'm not giving you my number, and I'm not gonna continue on with the conversation with you.
Exactly.
Let
Big
me read
difference.
the comments.
Big
Hey,
difference.
Hackett, she said, if people talk every day to someone outside the relationship, is cheating?
It depends on what they're
It
talking
depends on
about.
the conversation.
Exactly.
It depends on the conversation because again, I'm not gonna say that my man is cheating if I see him having a regular conversation with a female. Oh, what's up? They say, "What's up, Taj? I'm good, Mick. How you doing? Chilling, maintaining. How's the family? We good? You good? Yeah, that's regular conversation. But if I go and I see, "What's up, Taj? What you doing? What you wearing? Oh, you look good last night. You smell good." And if I see conversations like that, that shit is motherfucking crazy. What's wrong with you? You trying to get fucked up?
All right, so let's do a scenario. So none of us personally, but just a scenario. So
Don't use
Shad,
my name as an example. Yeah, don't use my name as an example. Don't use my name as an example.
but you the
I know
only
you like.
guy. You the only
Don't
dude
use,
on it. You the only guy on the thing. I can't. I need to use one of us, right?
use a fake name. Don't say my name in this example.
All right, Jose.
All right, Craig.
Jose, right? Jose is in a relationship, right? Jose sees that his woman is having ongoing conversations with random people, but in the conversation, he can see that, it's, hey, good morning, how you doing? And then it's a curve. Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's a curve. Oh, you beautiful and everything, blah, blah, blah. However, Jose is actually doing the same thing outside of their relationship. What should the response be? But they're in a relationship.
Response what? Like if you both
So
get caught and sit
Jose,
down?
Jose looked through his woman's phone and finds that there were men in her phone that she's have had conversations with. There's nothing in the phone to indicate that she's seen a guy, right? It's just what you doing, where you at, I'd like to see you, when I'm gonna see you, or I can't see you, or why you running from me, or whatever. You see in the message that she's curving the guy, but she get them good morning, have a good day text message, right? But on the flip side, has the same situation in his phone with other women.
This goes back to the third strike shit for me. Why are you accepting them texts? And in terms of what I'm doing, if I ain't get caught, it's not cheating. Cheating's not cheating until you get caught.
But
I don't.
what
I don't. Don't
though?
let me land. I don't care what y'all say, because the females gonna be like, "Yes, it's cheating because you did it." It's not cheating until you get caught. And Jose or Julio or whatever his name is, he's a sucker. What's his name? What's the fake dude name?
Jose.
Jose.
Yeah, because you gonna try to put that on me. But he's a sucker because why are you going through your girl phone?
That's
Anything
a
that makes a man, anything that makes a man feel like I gotta go through my girl phone is one of two things. Either you know she's doing something, or you not doing enough to make her act right. Those are the only two reasons. Because if you do enough to make her act right, you're not concerned about what she's doing because you know she's coming home to a king. Or you know she was never right from the beginning. That, in my
coming
opinion.
home to a king.
Yeah. If you a confident man that sits back and is doing what he needs to do, is in tune with his woman. He's in tune with her energy. If he gets the inclination that he needs to look through her phone, it's because he feels like he's falling short in something that he either did previously and can't live up to, or has never done. I mean, that's just my opinion. I've never really have I looked through somebody's phone? I don't think so. If I did, I don't remember. So if my ex is on here and I look through your phone, I'm sorry, but I never look through a phone because I'm cocky to a fault, but I also feel like you got the best thing smoking. I got your back, and we in tune. We always talking. I'm always asking you questions. Yo, you good? Like, what you need me to do something for you? Everything's okay? You sure?
Well, I mean,
Like,
so most women, and not all, most women that take the tone, if they look through the phone, it's because they have a feeling that something is going on.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right because don't touch my phone. Don't touch it. Right. But I think that a lot of times when you have situations where a person has gone through somebody's phone or looked through somebody's phone, it's because they had something going on or feeling or intuition or something going on or something just didn't seem right. You're moving different, you're moving funny. And then, and then 9 times out of 10, when a person is feeling like that, it's usually right, right? And then they do look and then boom, everything blows up and it's a problem. So I mean, I think that there should be some boundaries, and there's just certain things you shouldn't do, right? Because what's the saying? If you're looking for it, keep looking for it. You might find it. You may not like what it is that you find, which is sometimes becomes an issue. But
I don't
so
like that thing.
I hate that statement. I'm
You
glad
want to
you
know
said that.
why? Because if I'm looking for something, it's because I want to find it.
yeah, hey,
That's how I've always saw it. Like if I'm going to look for something, it's because I feel something is going on, and I want to make sure I'm the type of person. I need to make sure I'm right.
but that's
So
what
I,
I'm saying. That's what
you
I
know,
just said.
so I
But
always if
What's the
don't give me a reason, and don't the actions better not give me any type of feeling that you moving funny for me to sit and feel like, you know what, I'm gonna just start going through your phone
That's
and
true.
see what's going on. Especially if you're not the type of person to always be on your phone, and then out of nowhere I'm seeing you like this, and then when I come up home,
Happy said, I be looking.
and if it's there, you wrong, and I was right.
Say it again.
I'm always gonna be wrong for going through the
Wait,
phone.
say it again.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, let's say we was together and you said, Shamik, let me see your phone. I feel like you're doing something. I would have no hesitation to give you my phone because I wouldn't be doing anything.
So you think that should be the approach? The approach should be
No, I would give you my phone. I'd let you look through it. I would call you stupid and I would treat you differently from that day forward. But I would give you the phone because I'm not doing anything.
okay. And if
You know
you
what
Well,
I'm
are
if you
saying?
was doing something,
right,
you won't give me the phone.
If I
right.
was doing something, I'm a convicted felon with a federal jacket. I wouldn't have that shit in my phone. So I would hand you the phone, let you look stupid, get away with it, and still treat you different.
Because he said, unless it's not cheating unless you get caught.
I'm just saying, I'm giving you real game. Another thing that you females don't understand, and I'm not talking to all females because somebody's gonna get mad at me. But somebody had a conversation. We ain't gonna say no names. And somebody says, "Well, I cook and I clean and I do this and I do that." That is not what is gonna keep your man faithful. What's gonna keep your man faithful is unsolicited top at 6 in the morning before he gets up. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. You have, because a lot of you women get to the point where I hear stories about my wife saying, "Who do you think I am? I'm not some blah 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 from Hunts Point." You
Oh,
need to be. That's what's gonna keep your man. Because if you're not that person and you get so bougie and uppity that you don't want to be nasty and do that on the ride home from a lounge, or something, you're gonna lose him or he's gonna cheat with somebody that will. So you can cook and clean all you want. I don't mind sitting in no dirty ass
that's
room.
true. Not
I
every
don't
man.
mind.
Not
I don't mind
Yeah,
sitting
for
in no
sure.
dirty ass room if I'm getting top at 6 in the morning. I don't care if the windows are dusted. We
Yo,
listen.
Shelby.
Men could give a fuck about that dust around the thing. We in the Marines. We don't run a white flag around that or white glove around that. If you wake me up to top at 6 in the morning, 4 out of 7 days, I'm not leaving you, boo. I love you to death.
yo, wait.
To death. So all the I cook, I
Oh,
clean, I'm a good woman. We don't care about that. When men cheat, they cheat for physical reasons. Keep your physical
that's not
and
always
man
true.
and keep your let me land, Tuskegee Airmen. I'll let you land. If you want to keep your man, be the nasty, disgusting whore that you hate to find in that nigga phone, and you gonna be all right.
Oh shit.
It's a fact. I'm giving y'all free game.
First of all,
And don't ever stop. After an argument, you know what you do? you top him off and say F you niggas, go to bed. That's what you do. He gonna love you forever.
First of all, let's be clear, okay? A woman can be nasty, freaky, slutty, give top, give all of that, got banging box, and if a nigga gonna cheat, he's still gonna cheat. Let's be clear.
Can I jump in for 1 second? Because I'm not gonna interrupt you. We're not talking about a cheating man. We're talking about a strong black king man. We're not talking about a man that's gonna cheat on anybody. We're talking about a man. So make a distinction. Because a cheater's gonna cheat. Shooter's gonna shoot. But a man that wants a wife, that wants to be with her, that's who that's for. That ain't for the cheating, dirty dummy that's gonna do it regardless. I'm sorry to cut you off, but go ahead and continue. You probably don't have much to say, but go ahead. I'll go on mute.
All right. I hear what you're saying. And, you know, I think that a lot of brothers have that same temperament and blah, blah, blah. And not for nothing. Y'all get it. First of all, not for nothing. If you making her your wife, you've gotten it. Let's be clear. Okay. There was something, that made you give it. And now you decide that's going to be your wife. And it wasn't because she wasn't being nasty or giving you sloppy toppy. Most people, not everyone. Right. The bottom line is this, like I said, a woman can be nasty, slutty, all that, everything you desire, everything you want, right? And you want to step out, you're going to step out. Period. Go ahead.
A lot of men have the problem of marrying what they think is the perception of a wife. They find her, they marry her, they have sex face to face 4 times out the week and they get bored. That's why I always said you can turn a hoe into a housewife. Nobody believes me, but it's a fact. As long as you treat it right. So you can give him that and he can be faithful. If he's a real man and knows that you're going to do everything you need to do to make sure he can get at home whatever he wants. And you as nasty as you can be. Some of y'all women get a little too bougie. All this, I got a headache and all that stuff. That shit is unacceptable. Because I can't tell a PSC&G dude with the electric bill I got a headache, but you expect me to pay that bill, right? So when I need to get my rocks off, and it needs to be unsolicited, because if I gotta ask too many times, I'm gonna stop asking and go to the person that's volunteering.
So what I'm hearing, because you just said you could take him back and he don't cheat. That's what you just said.
Who said that?
You did.
Take what?
Nico, did you hear him?
I didn't.
Anyway, I'm okay.
I didn't say nothing about taking nobody back.
You did.
No, what I said is you could turn a hoe into a housewife, and I said that you can men, if you please a man physically, we don't care about y'all women's money. So all of these new women getting $100 and something thousand a year, you don't spend on us anyway. We don't care how much money you get. We want to know how nasty you're gonna be and how convenient it's gonna be, and it's gonna be unsolicited. We don't want to keep asking for stuff. The same way you don't want to ask for money when you go shopping and you expect the man to leave it on the counter. Hey, baby, here, go take it out. It's the same thing. We're physical beings and we want physical stuff. And we don't want to keep asking for it. We want you to keep your body in shape, keep everything in shape, boom. The house can be dirty as hell. It don't matter. If you nasty, you nasty. I'm with it.
That's not true.
We get it made.
All right. So let's talk about the law that was passed in New York that if you're married and you get caught cheating, you can go to jail. How y'all feel about that?
I feel like I'll never get married in New York.
What?
I'm not getting married in New York. Not because I'm gonna cheat, but if I do, or I get accused of cheating, you know how many innocent people are in prison? What if I didn't cheat? I went there to go do something. It didn't work out for whatever reason, and I'm in jail and didn't even get no box. I'll be sick. I'm not doing that.
So that takes a
break. For you to go to jail for cheating, you had to hire a whole fucking private what is it?
Investigator. Private investigator. But wait a minute. That takes us back to the very beginning of this conversation when you said having a conversation or doing anything that you can't do in front of your spouse is considered cheating. So if you're married and something like that takes place, that means that you're going to jail?
No, I'm just not going to put myself in a position to go to jail unless it's for some money or my respect. I'm not going to jail over no box.
I'm not going to jail for sucking dick.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Maddie. I'm sorry.
If you do, I'll pay your bond.
I'm not. Do not. That's. And then for me to go to jail because somebody like, and I'm not saying that's what I do or whatever. What I'm saying is that's like, if I've seen in Mickey's cell phone that he told the girl, "I think you're mad pretty, and I would like to have sex with you," even though I feel that's considered cheating because you're like planning on it.
Right.
I'm not gonna put you in jail for that. I personally think that's really stupid. Just give me my money.
If you did not see it happen, if you did not see it go in, it did not happen. Okay.
You sound like somebody that cheated and don't want to get accused of it.
Not me. I'm not a cheater. I'm just saying, you gotta prove, right? Innocent until proven guilty. Your facts need to be very clear, right? And most women, in real life, most women, we bringing the facts to the table. We ain't even coming half stepping. We got the chick number. We know where she lived. We know where she worked. We know how many times you saw her. We know what the schedule looked like. We know what you was telling her. That's just most women. We're gonna bring all our facts to the table before we even bring it to you. Right? What? Let me look at some of these comments.
I don't care about the facts. If I emotionally feel like you're cheating on me, you've already lost. Because now you're fighting an uphill battle again because you have to prove to me that you're loyal and you're never gonna win. If I feel like you like, let's say I'm with either one of y'all. If I have the feeling like I need to investigate and see what she's doing because something's not right, it's not whether you did it or not. It's the fact you made me feel that way, to feel like something's not right, that has already killed the situation.
Yeah, but sometimes
that's the part that people miss.
Sometimes those feelings can be brought upon for yourself, right? A lot of times you could be going through something inside, right? And you could know that you're not playing your role or doing what you're supposed to do as the person in your relationship, right? And then you start to feel some kind of way about yourself. And then you feel like, because you know you're not doing or playing your part, that the other person is doing something that they're not supposed to be doing because of your insecurities at that moment in what you're going through. Right. So now you're projecting your feelings on that person that you're with because you got to deal with your stuff and you haven't dealt with your stuff.
First of all, I totally agree, but I'm not talking about in that scenario. But you're right, though. But I'm not talking about in that scenario. And another thing is, if I am in my feelings, I feel some kind of way, we should be so in tune, and you should know that. And you should be even more attentive to me as my soulmate to make sure I either don't feel like that or you acknowledge, I know you feel like that. Let me show you that you have no reason to. That's what a real relationship is. And so few exist.
You saying in tune, right? I think that one of the things about that statement is that people can be in tune, right? But people have moments too. You're entitled to have a moment, right? Not every circumstances or situation you go through, your partner is going to be completely in tune with you, right? Sometimes a person needs a minute, right? Sometimes a person needs a conversation to hear what's going on, right? Because it's the fact that when you're with somebody for a long time, people get complacent, right? But then you forget that people change. People change. Life change, circumstances change, your body change, your emotions change, things change. People go through different changes in their life. And sometimes when you're dealing with somebody for a long time, you expect them to be that same person that they were when you met them or within a certain time frame. And sometimes it just doesn't work that way, right? So now what you're saying is that if I'm in tune with my person, that I should know. But what happens if I'm going through something, right? What happens if I'm going through something emotional and I can't catch it at that moment? I might have caught every other time, but this particular time I can't catch it because I'm going through my own thing, right? And sometimes a person going through their own thing can't even be explained right thoroughly. You understand what I'm saying? But oftentimes you'll say, well, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like that? What's the problem? Right? Because most of us internalize everything. A person could have a moment and don't feel like talking, and your woman or man gonna be like, well, what's up? What's the matter? And we expect you to have this conversation with us. And the person just don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. And we internal the shit out of that. Like we mad because you don't want to talk to me.
I've been in quite a few relationships where somebody has gone through that, and I've gone through that myself. And when they've told me, listen, I don't want to talk, I respect it because I respect the fact they told me. And when it was the shoe was on the other foot and I couldn't, and I was like, listen, I'm going through something, boom. I respect the fact that they respected it and let me be, but was still there at the drop of a dime if I decided to change my mind. I need to get that off my chest. Relationships are hard. That's why a lot of them don't work. If it was easy, everybody be married with 2 kids, a dog, and a picket fence. It takes hard. No, I'm dead serious. It takes hard work and dedication. It takes a lot of attention to detail. It takes a lot of loyalty, and it takes a lot of boundaries to make it work. I mean, the numbers show that. The numbers show that. The divorce rate is ridiculous.
See, a lot of times people get married for the wrong thing. A lot of times people get married for different things and different circumstances at the moment, right? You got people that get married straight out of high school and they are with somebody that they was with, they grew up with that person, right? And now you're an adult, and you know your whole emotional chemistry changes as you get older. So now you don't want the same thing that you wanted when you was in high school. So it's different. I think that a lot of times people just don't want to fight or they're tired of fighting, right? Some people just don't feel appreciated in a relationship, right? And sometimes they get tired of trying to show it, right? Some people feel like they're entitled in a relationship and this is what you're supposed to do, not I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it, right? But those are different circumstances that happens in people different in different relationships and how people handle things and how they deal with it when it comes to being with somebody, right? But again, back to cheating, right? Just to be clear, as you stated, right? Having a conversation with someone for 6 months is considered cheating. Now, is that over? Is it
That's not what
over?
I said.
Relationship
That's not
over?
what I said.
You said
That's
having
not
a
what I said.
hold on. You said having a conversation that I can't have. If I have a conversation with another man that I can't have in front of my man, that's cheating.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So is that the end or be all? That means your relationship is over?
No, but that's cheating. And that's why I say everybody cheats. So when I say everybody cheats, it's because of my definition of cheating. So does every woman have sex with a side dude? Absolutely not. Does every husband do that? Absolutely not. But I think everybody cheats. I think everybody has moments of weaknesses where they do things to people they have no business doing. And the good ones catch themselves and don't take it past destruction.
Okay.
But you're gonna be attracted to other people. There's 8 people in the world. There's no such thing as a soulmate, in my opinion. There's gonna be other people that you're like, you know what? There's something about him that might be void in this person because nobody needs that 100% person that you're gonna be attracted to. But hopefully, you have the wherewithal to make sure you set up these boundaries to where it doesn't get to the point where you put yourself in a position where you can react. Because let's be clear. If you cheat, you have to pull your pants down, arch your back, pull them off. You got to pull your panties down, arch your back, pull them off if you're a female, and then something has to happen. That's enough time for you to catch yourself. Something has led up to that.
But you're talking about the intimate aspect, sexual aspect. Excuse me.
I'm saying,
But a
but
minute ago, you said
cheating
having
doesn't start. Cheating doesn't start with the sexual act. It's the culmination of the acts of cheating that happened prior to that. So there's a setup to the fact where you get married and have intercourse, and that setup are the many steps that are part of and exasperate the cheating. So cheating is not the physical act. The fact you put you in a position to get that physically weak or mentally weak or emotionally weak to give your body up, that's just the culmination of something that's been happening for ages.
So I wanna add to this too, right?
Put the voodoo spin on it, baby. Put the
A
voodoo
little
spin
bit.
on it.
I've always, me personally, as like myself, I've always thought like I can't see me being with somebody and they're with other people or with another person, and I can't see me as myself being with multiple people at once, right? But I do feel that us as human beings, we're not supposed to be, and a lot of people are going to think I'm wrong, but it even shows in the Bible, sometimes we're not supposed to like be confined just by one person, because our goal is to keep reproducing and 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 keep reproducing, right? So I do, I feel the rule or the law of being married to one person forever was just something that was created to have like a population control, or just to have control, also because of STDs and all of that stuff. But we believe that we could have 2 or more, because there's a possibility out of the one wife that you do have, she might not be able to bear children, so you have the other one that can bear children. So we don't, and I say we meaning people that's open spiritually. We're meant here to just keep reproducing. So we should be, and a lot of people are not going to take it, and they're like, oh, I'm wrong. But honestly, no, we could be with 3-4 people because we're supposed to keep going. We're supposed to keep reproducing. But me, I can't see myself doing that. And even if I was to sit and know, even with me knowing that, I can't see somebody that I'm in love with somebody else. And I can't see me with somebody else knowing that somebody else is in love with me and they don't like that. So I always said, if you feel that you want to be in a poly relationship, or you feel like you want to be with this person and this person and this person, always make sure those people that you're doing it to agree with it and accept it and want to do that with you too. Because if you're doing it and you know that they don't accept it and they don't like it, that's cheating. So again, I've a lot of people won't really know that honestly the whole marriage thing and being just committed to one person, we're really supposed to be having like 2 or more.
So what happens when we get of age where we can't reproduce anymore? We still should have more than one?
When we get of age that we can't reproduce anymore, that's our kids that's supposed to do it, and our grandkids that's supposed to keep on doing it to keep the generations going. Eventually it's going to get to a point where we are going to become of age to where we can't reproduce anymore. Now if it comes to a situation to where I'm 38, 39 years old and something happens that I have cancer and I can't have any more kids, but my husband wants to have kids, he should be able to go have his kids. That's how it's supposed to be. But again, because of the way society has been built and the whole, the colonizing and stuff like that, they have us where we're confined to one and just one person and stuff like that. So yes, you may.
That's the philosophies imposed on men. It's even with lions. There's one lion that has 10 female lions that he reproduction with because he's the king. He's the strongest one, so you want your gene line to be pure. That's not for women having multiple men. That's for men. Just so you know.
Now, I just want to say this again. Now, that's another thing. We don't see it that way because you have men that shoot blanks.
Those men will be weaned out because they can't reproduce.
And the women, and so what about the women that can't have kids?
I ain't shooting no blanks.
If the woman can have kids, then that gives you okay to sit and bear kids with somebody else. But here I want kids and you can't give me kids. I should be able to have kids with somebody else because you can't give me the children that I want. Same way I couldn't give you the children you wanted.
If a man shouldn't have kids, he should be executed. That's a gene pool. Like he gets out of here. A lion that can't reproduce and make other lions is gonna die off because he can't keep the pride alive.
But so we're humans.
We're still part of nature. I mean, these philosophies transcend down throughout nature. The strong survive, and the reason for reproduction is not to create a weak gene; it's to create a strong one. And if we look at history,
but now you got to remember too. Again, it's to create a strong gene, but we can't help who we fall in love with. We can't help who we align with. If I sit in that, you don't have. Let's say you don't have kids, you can't have kids, but me, I love you. You my man, and I want to be with you, and I will forever want to be with you. And even with me knowing that you can't have kids, I still want to be with you. But I want to have kids, right? You know that I want to have kids. If we sitting here, you can't have kids. I want to have kids. I want to have kids. You should be able to allow me to have these kids. I'm not saying I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? But allow me to sit and bear these children that I want to have, and we could sit and we could raise them. I don't think that we should be out here having multiple sexual partners and constantly with every partner that we're having a sexual intimacy with, have children with them. But I do feel 2 or more. I'm going to say the maximum is 3 we should have. Because again, we are here to reproduce. We are here to sit and have these strong genes. So if I, as a woman that's bearing the children, that you plant the seeds in me and I'm the one that nurtures it, If we're gonna build something strong, let's build something strong, and vice versa. If you're a man and I feel you got the strong genes, and this man got a strong gene, and this man got a strong gene, we're about to build something strong. And that's the whole lion, like that whole lion or whatever theory you want to sit and put is the same thing. It goes for both male and females. People have to realize that yes, men plant the seed, but we're the ones that nourish it. We're the ones that nourish the seeds. You plant the seeds, we're the ones that feed it. We're the ones that's giving it the blood. We're the ones that's giving it the amniotic fluid. We're the ones that's doing all of the stuff, the manifesting. While you planted the seed and you pray, we're the ones that's praying and manifesting. So if we're open enough, if we're open enough to sit and say, we're gonna bear children with you and bear children with you, and we're gonna sit and build this strong foundation, it should be allowed. And vice versa. It's not only for women, it's for men too.
Right.
So what I'm hearing you say is that we should be able to have more than one person to reproduce.
I knew this is why I tried to jump in.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true.
No, it's not true.
And it should not be, hold on, let me land. And it should not be considered cheating.
If it shouldn't be considered cheating, listen to what I said. It shouldn't be considered cheating if both of you are on the same page. Okay, so now me as a spiritualist, me as a person that I feel that's how it should be, but I don't go that way. If it was me that feels that I'm Muslim, and as a Muslim woman, I have to sit and accept that my Muslim husband does feel that he needs to have 4 wives. I'm okay with that. But if I'm not okay with it, I'm gonna call that cheating. If I'm not okay with it. But we have to both be on the same page to see that I know that my husband is having 3 other women because he wants to build something. He's trying to build a strong foundation. He's trying to build generations. I won't consider that cheating. But if I don't agree with that and I'm telling you, nigga, it's only me, then I'm going to be cheating.
If you're a Muslim and you don't agree with multiple husbands, you're not a Muslim. That's first off. Second off, you need to stop using Yoruba and Jesus to get a side nigga. That's second of all. Third of all,
Jesus.
Yeah, you're using spirituality to get a side dude. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus was missing for a couple of years. Nobody knows what Jesus was doing, but go ahead.
All right. Third of all, don't fall in love with a dude whose fish ain't swimming upstream. Period. Y'all not having multiple men. Lala tried to jump on it and try to justify side dudes. No, that's not how this works. She got excited. She started lighting up and going. If I get some bees like you, I can get somebody else. No, that's not how it works, Chef.
I was just clarifying the information that was being given from Tamika. Okay, that is it. I'm not justifying anything. I'm not assuming anything. I wanted clarity, right? I'm asking you. What I'm hearing you say is that it's okay, and we should all be allowed to engage in more than one relationship.
You get my box away, it's over. Bye. Y'all can call Yoruba. You can call Queens. I don't care who you call. You get my box away, it's over. If you get my mouth away, I might hurt you. If you get a box away, it's over. You get a mouth away, it might be violence.
Nah, don't give none. Don't give none.
Do not give that top away. That's a no-no.
Again, I feel everybody's definition of cheating is different. You know, everybody feels, you know, certain things to them is considered. Like I said, I feel a regular conversation with a female is not cheating. If you're having this conversation with this female every single day, and I don't know who she is. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't know who she is. I don't know that she's your friend. I don't know none of this. Why are you talking to this girl every day? And I don't even know who she is. You understand? So I think that will be an issue. That will lead to me thinking you're cheating. I won't say that you are cheating, but it's gonna lead to me thinking like there's something going on. Because one, this is a female you're talking to every day, and I don't know who she is. And that will be vice versa. That's like me. Like I talk to you every day, Shami. Every day I kind of talk to you. But Mickey's like, who the fuck is that? that he will take that, he will be offended by that. Because how you talking to this man every single day, you talking to him, but I don't know who he is. Who the fuck is this?
Thank you for blowing my cover. First of all, that was a horrible analogy. I don't know why you did that.
Because everybody knows who Shamik is. Everybody knows who Shamik is.
I thought we just got caught cheating. My bad. Go ahead, finish the story.
I'm going to the wedding with Shamik, y'all.
Terrible. So with that information, it's very clear that everyone has a different definition of what cheating is, right? And I think that you should own your own definition within yourself and make your decisions accordingly, right? Because we can agree to disagree, right? That my perception and your perception is something different. What I can tolerate when it comes to someone cheating may be different than what you can tolerate, right? Make your choices for yourself and do what makes you happy and what works for you, because everybody has a different way of dealing and coping, and what works for them, what works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. So with that, just be clear and communicate what it is that you desire in your relationship and who you deal with, right? What you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate, right? What you define as cheating, make it very clear to the person that you're dealing with so there's no misunderstanding or no miscommunication, right?
All of that will fall into letting somebody know what's your requirements when it comes to a relationship.
Right. Also remember that explaining what it is that you want to be very clear, right? Because you can assume that a person should know something that they really don't know, right? One could be in a situation prior to you, and it's okay to have female friends or male friends and talk to them all the time. It's okay. And you may not be with that at all, right? And you may truly feel like that's cheating. So again, I say just make sure that you communicate what it is that you want and what do you desire when it comes to you picking your person. Yes, Sha.
And one more thing too, for my fellas out there, get a Metro or Boost mobile phone on the side, and don't let her find it, so you can always let it go through your phone, and stop giving out your real number.
Why are you telling people getting track phones?
I'm just saying.
First of all,
stop using your phone all the time, getting jammed up over this phone stuff, and stop locking it. Leave it open. Let her look through it. Have you smutting your other phone, you dummy.
Yeah, so leave the other phone in the car so the kid could bring it in the house and say, "Look, Daddy got another phone." Like,
don't do that.
Do that, right? No. Don't listen to Shy.
That's the niece's friend, y'all.
Yeah, that's the niece's friend. You know, and like I was saying, like I said,
it's shrimp taco time. I done been through this balloon war all day. I'm gonna tell the real story the next YouTube too, because I'm missing the game too, but I'm fighting through. Go ahead.
we about to let you go so you can only finish watching the game because time is up, right? I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank everyone for your comments and taking the time out to give us your attention and listening to what we have to say, because we like to unpack everything, as you see. I also want everyone to know that if you have anything that you would like us to discuss, if you have any questions, if you have any situations or circumstances you want us to address, you can always send a message through Letsunpackthat27. You can send it through Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, and we'll address it and we'll unpack it for you. So with that being said, thanks again. You guys have a great week. Stay blessed. Be safe. And tune in till next time as
and
we
one more thing.
everything.
And one more thing. Each one of y'all reach out to 2 or 3 of your friends. Share, like, subscribe. Is free.
It's free.
Peace. Thank you for
every Friday, 8 o'clock.
All right. Peace.